20th century. China, Japan, and Korea all experienced a transition to become more advanced, globalized, and modernized nations. Korea was influenced the greatest by conflicts and global interactions. I'm going to direct to Aditi now so we can get started.
Thanks, Evan. First, Korea has always been influenced by China. Since China controlled Korea as a proxy, Chinese methods and tactics were adopted in Korean culture. In addition, North Korea was also a communist country, like China, during the 20th century. I'm going to now direct it to McKenna, who's going to speak more on this subject.
Thanks, Aditi. Although China affected Korea, Korea had no effect on China. However, because of the rise of communism in 1949, less countries were willing to trade with China. This hurt both their import and export abilities and their economy. This impacted China's ability to compete in our globalized world because they could not trade as much. Also, early in the 20th century, China began to open up to other countries, whereas Korea did the opposite, cutting itself off from interactions with other countries. I'm now going to direct this to Brittany.
Thanks, McKenna. Next, I will be discussing the amount of influence in Japan and Korea. For example, Japan and Korea were both influenced greatly by other countries. For example, after World War II, the U.S. controlled everything in Japan, practically writing their constitution, and they decided when they could have a military or how, just defensive. However, the U.S. influenced Japan to make it a more stabilized country, whereas Japan completely took over Korea for a period of time and into a colony. Japan used Korea to benefit itself, so Japan had total influence over Korea and controlled whatever they did, and for a long time Korea was allowed to make their own decisions. Now back to you, Evan.
Thanks, Brittany. To wrap this up, all countries were influenced economically and globally, but Korea was most impacted. This ends our edition of World News. Thanks for watching.